Hi, Tampa Native Show fans. Mario Nunez here alongside my broadcast partner,
Steve Canella.
Hey, we'd like to invite you to sit right there and relax and get ready because we're welcoming back our special guest, Mark Biro, who's going to be back and talk. Now I see Dory laughing. I can hear it go rolling, keep rolling. Count it down. I can hear it. Hi, Tampa Native Show fans. Mario Nunez here alongside my broadcast partner,
Steve Canella.
And tonight we'd like to welcome back Mark Biro, who's going to be here for week 2 of our discussion. But tonight is going to be just a little bit different. We're talking
I Remember Tampa.
The way she used to be. So get ready to call in and tell us your memories of what you miss most about our beloved city, Tampa.
That's right.
On behalf of the 15-Minute Girl, hello, Dory. I'm Mario Nunez. That's Tampa Steve. The Tampa Native Show starts right now.
Otra vez. Come here. Let me say something. I remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa, those precious memories. A city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. I remember Tampa, and she remembers me. Yeah. She remembers me.
Welcome to the Tampa Native Show. Stay tuned now for the fastest 60 minutes in cable broadcast history. Live from the studios at TBCN, the home of the Tampa Native Show. Join your hosts, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella, as they celebrate growing up in Tampa. From Shock Armstrong to Shakey's Pizza, from Braddock Street to Buffalo Avenue. Get ready to call in and tell us your stories, because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. And now, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella.
She remembers me.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Tampa Native Show. You know, if it's Thursday night and it's 7 o'clock, where else are you going to be but right here with us on the set of the Tampa Native Show? My name is Mario Nunez. Steve, you're looking at the wrong camera. It's camera number 4, Stevie. Okay. Camera number 4. Listen, that's the way this show started tonight, and we're just excited. We're excited because Mark Biro's back in studio with us. And tonight we're talking about a topic that is near and dear to our hearts. I Remember Tampa, the way she used to be, that wonderful song that Mike Beluha created for us. Not only that, but we're going to be talking about those fond memories. So let me introduce the staff before we get too far along. On my left over there, that's a.k.a. Tampa Steve, but his real name is?
Steve Canella.
And seated immediately to my left?
Sally Nunez.
A.k.a. the 15-Minute Girl. Mm-hmm. Mark Biro's just off camera. And inside our director's booth is Hello Dory and Eric Cups. Wave, everybody. And there's no shot. Yeah, there's no shot.
Maybe next week.
But maybe next week. And this is live TV, where, you know, as we say here once in a while, anything is possible.
And it
usually happens.
Yeah.
Like it did on the opening.
Possible, it usually happens.
Yeah.
So, Stevie, let's welcome back our existing viewers and fans, and say hello to our new fans.
Hey, new fans. Welcome to the Tampa Native Show.
Welcome to the Tampa Native Show.
We do have some good news for you tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Fantastic show, fantastic topic as well.
All right. And the 15-Minute Girl,
yeah.
You got anything to say for yourself?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Tonight, like I said, the topic is going to be I Remember Tampa, the way she used to be. Let's talk a little bit about, Stevie, what we did just yesterday. You and me. 15-Minute Girl was missing in action.
She was. We had
I
the
was
best
not
time.
feeling well.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of an off day. I think the weather got to her yesterday.
15-Minute Girl, you missed a good time. We had a
That's what I
blast.
heard, yeah.
And some free food, and it was a wonderful group of people.
Where were we?
We were at PNC Bank.
Yes.
Visiting Leo Alvarez's his team.
Right.
With PNC. And it was the West Tampa Chamber of Commerce
West
event.
Tampa Chamber
it was
of
a
Commerce.
social.
Bob Garcia. Thank you so much for inviting us. We were happy to be among some pretty progressive people, some pretty sharp people, and a lot of friends, people that we knew, and some people that we met just yesterday. We got door prizes, we got eggnog, and it was a great event. Thank you, Leo. You put together a top shelf event for us, and we're happy to have been a part of it.
And you know what happened?
Tell us.
There was one gentleman there. I recognized him. I said, "Hey, I think you were in my on my school bus at St. Lawrence in first grade all the way through 8th grade." As it turns out, he was.
Wow.
And he's the owner of 60-year in business, Tampa Tile.
Tampa Tile.
How about that?
That's a bell ring. Tampa Tile, this year, or 2013, we should say, going to be celebrating its 60th year in business. That's pretty amazing.
That's
It is,
amazing. That's a
yeah.
milestone, really.
Yeah.
And you know what, Tampa Tile, if you're out there watching, and Jerry, we hope you are, we'd love for you to join our family of sponsors, because you know what? That's what we do here at the Tampa Native Show. We reach out, especially into the community, for those businesses, those organizations that have been part of our fabric since the earliest days.
Right.
We also know that this year, I should say this year coming, the 2013, Wright's Gourmet House is going to be celebrating 50 years of operation. And we found out just the other day that Q105,
Yeah.
WRBQ, is going to be celebrating 40 years. So all milestone years, and we hope that all of your businesses will join our family of sponsors and become partners here with us at the Tampa Native Show.
That's right.
People are already calling because, you know, that's the kind of
Wow.
show that we have here. We see that.
great.
Let us remind everybody and thank everybody as well for attending last week's gathering at Mimi's Cafe in Carrollwood. We
It was
had a
fun.
very well attended event. How many did we have there,
About
darling?
22, maybe
22.
21. Yeah.
Yep.
22.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody was there, and of course,
Kids, everything.
the usual suspects. And thank the Abinis for driving in from Seminole. And
Yes.
we just met some new people, and we had a great time.
We had a blast.
Pictures to prove it.
Lots of pictures.
They're up on our Facebook page, so be sure to check those out. Also, Stevie,
Oh,
we always mention at the top of the show.
Well, also, speaking of Facebook, though.
Speaking of Facebook?
I know. Well, on our
You us.
website, tampanativeshow.com, you want to visit our sponsors by clicking Visit Our Sponsors link at the very top of the page. But also, we just added something last night. It's a very unique, in fact, someone brought it up last night at the event.
Yes.
And said, hey, how come you don't have pictures on your website? And I said, you know what, that's a good idea. We have videos of all the old shows, but no pictures per
Oh,
se.
yeah.
So
That
I
is
put
a
a
good
link.
idea.
Yeah, I put a link to the Tampa Natives fan page on Facebook. You know, we have a Tampa Natives
Yeah.
show page, and we also have a Tampa Natives group page on Facebook.
That's correct.
But we have an album, several albums with over 1,100 photos. So if you
Yeah,
want to
great
kind of,
photos.
browse those photos, go to tampanativeshow.com.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, click
Good
on the
job.
link. Yeah, thanks.
That's the IT department
There you
on the job working overtime for you, our Tampa Native Show fans. What's that email address? What's that website address, Stevie?
Well, it's tampanativeshow.com. The email address is show@tampanatives.com. And by the way, I have my laptop here with me, so if you want to send your Bolita number that way. Oh, but you know what? We want to encourage people to call in tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Because and I'll
what?
tell you why. And let me digress for just a minute.
Because,
what you guys don't see here in studio is we have one of our technical directors, Erica, who's working feverishly to get one of our cameras focused up. Before we went on the air, we had a great time with our introduction. And Hello Dory was having a little bit of troubles tonight with syllables and syntax. So we told her, baby, don't even worry about that. Stevie and I will do it. And you saw the end result. We had 3
Yes.
takes. It was a miserable disaster, but
Yeah.
we got through it.
Yeah.
And
It
tonight, it
happens.
just seems that has been a pervasive kind of a.
Yes.
The tongues are getting tied and twisted, and as we're talking here, all twisted and tied, Dory's on the other side of the window, staring at us, just laughing, just having a great time. So, all that said, we're having a wonderful, wonderful time.
Can
Call
I say
us-
something?
Please.
I would just like to say welcome back to Mike Beluha and Cindy Beluha, who are watching tonight.
That's right.
That's right, and
Hey,
we've
guys.
missed you guys. We have missed
sure
you
did.
guys. Tonight for sure, we've got queued up on the computer, we've got Mike's song, and we're going to be playing it throughout the night because we want to get everybody in the mood to call in tonight. Now, at about the 8-minute mark, we're going to go to Mark Bureau here in just a second, but let's preface tonight's calls. Tonight, we're going to try our best to do what has yet to be done on the Tampa Native Show, and that's set a new record for incoming calls. Record is set at 18, and ironically enough, it was on the very first show when the Tampa Native Show made its world debut, September 10th of 2010. So tonight we're going to try our best to break that mark. We want to get to 20 and even 25 calls. We're going to have our Bolita drawing later in the night, and tonight's Bolita winner will win this wonderful shirt that was
Philip
given
a
to
Pint.
us. Philip, yeah, it was during the election season. We wanted you to go out and vote for Philip a Pint. Philip a Pint, Philip a Pint.
That sounds like mine.
And that's Florida Blood Services. That's just your PSA, your public service announcement to remind you guys it's always good to give blood, because this is the time of year when they're going to make their calls just like during the summertime
Yeah.
for donations. So, okay, tonight when you call, give us your Bolita number. Tell us what you remember most, what you miss most, what you remember most about Tampa the early days. We're not going to let you talk too long tonight because we want to get to many, many, many calls.
Yeah, let's see if we can break
All
a
right.
record.
We're going to set records tonight, guys. We're going to set records. So bring up that 4-shot, Mr. Cups, and let's welcome back our hero, Mark Biro. There he is. Here we are. Mark, how was your week, brother?
What week? I forgot it all after this open.
Isn't that amazing?
It was great. No, I had a great week. I always have great weeks in Tampa.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Where we grew up and where we have so many fond memories. But you know how fast these Thursdays come at us, like a rollaway
fly
freight
by.
train.
Yeah,
I
they
mean, we were just sitting here. It seems like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is 7 days later, and we're doing it all over again.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about. You remember Tampa the way she used to be. What
It's
you
a great
remember-
song, by the way.
Well,
Oh.
we're
It
gonna
is
and
a
we're gonna
great
play
song.
it in just a little
It's
while.
catchy, isn't it?
To get
Yes, it
everybody
is.
to get everybody excited and in the mood. And thank you, Mike Baluha, for your wonderful rendition of
Yes.
"I Remember Tampa." What do you remember about Tampa that you miss most?
Well, when we live here like we do, there isn't too much that you miss when you have friends.
True.
So most of my friends are still around. But the things I miss when I was a kid, of course, just being young.
One.
But, I miss the Super Test amusement park.
Sure.
It was something that was a lot of fun when we were kids.
Absolutely.
Drive-ins in Tampa.
Yes.
I think there's only one left now.
Yeah.
I miss the drive-ins.
20th century?
20th century.
That was probably our
Right
default
around our
drive-in.
neighborhood.
Sure, that was
Right.
our default drive-in.
Mine was still
But that was a Hillsborough drive-in too.
Oh,
Also?
that one too.
Yeah. God, there's so many things. Professional wrestling,
Okay, Tuesday night at the Armory.
at particularly at the
At the
Sportatorium,
Sportatorium on
where
Saturday
they
mornings.
filmed it. Yeah.
Sure.
And I even remember when they did the matches at WTVT, when it was a CBS affiliate.
Affiliate, of course.
Yeah.
Channel
So
13.
things like that. The Boys Club, that's gone.
Yeah.
Really miss the Boys Club.
When you start to think about it, there's so many things that we really miss and also have forgotten. And I was kind of thinking this through last night too. There's some of the little things that I really miss, like the Laurie Park sign. Driving by Laurie Park, I miss the big
Yeah.
cross sign, the big
green? Sure.
turquoise green.
Sure.
I miss University Restaurant, Western Auto. There's so many little High Life, of course.
Yeah, highlights.
But there's
That
so
was the
many
next
little
thing I was going to
yeah.
mention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, darling?
I would like you to remind me which camera I'm supposed to look in because.
Well, this is the
with
four
all
shot.
the work-
So I'm going to look in that general direction over there.
Right here?
Yeah, let's look at that
Okay. No, here's what I miss.
one. That one.
Oh,
That one. That one. Okay, the second
Okay,
camera
I'm
left to
totally
right.
confused.
We've got 5 cameras in here,
Dun,
ladies
dun,
and
dun,
gentlemen.
dun, dun, dun.
5.
What I miss
And unfortunately, the red
is-
light is not working on any
yes,
of them.
no,
tonight, so-
it's a game tonight.
Yes, it is.
I miss downtown, going downtown to go to the movies or to shop when you needed something special. I used to go downtown on the bus with my girlfriends, and that was fun on the weekends. I miss Mirabella's restaurant.
Oh, wow.
I miss the pizza parlor. I miss Der Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh yeah, forgot about
And I miss just the whole smallness feel of Tampa and how you could get to one end of town to the other in 10 minutes and not so many cars, and that's what I miss. And being young, I miss being young too.
I think we can all agree to that. Sometimes when you go last in an event like this where you
Yeah.
have to name things, it gets really difficult because everybody's already
It goes
mentioned
wrong.
everything. But
Yeah.
I'll go so far as to say I miss, as it's already been mentioned, the fact that you could get from one side of town to the other in no time at all. I was playing softball, fast pitch softball in the 70s. And I remember leaving my mother's house, Lois and 275, and being able to get to Florida and Slide, where we played our games, in less than 15 minutes. You can't even get to Howard Avenue now in 15 minutes. It's horrible, the traffic. So I miss the fact that we could get everywhere all over town, Mark, and it was very, very easy to do so.
Well, back in those days, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, the 5 o'clock traffic actually started at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
ended
rush hour
about-
was over?
About 5:15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
5:20.
that's one
Yeah.
thing that I miss. I also miss, as it's already been mentioned here, Highlight, which was something that was typical to our area, very, very special, and something that you could always do, count on doing on a Friday and Saturday night. It was
And
a
you
place.
worked there.
Oh, I did
Yes.
work. I did work there, so I have fond memories of that. And I played there, and it was just a place to see and be seen.
Yeah.
So that was a wonderful
It was
event for us.
great.
That it was
It should
always
still
there.
be
We could
there.
always count on it. I miss it so much. And the other thing I think I miss more than anything else is the fact that Tampa at that time was very colloquial, and by that I mean, we say on the show, back when we grew up, either you were somebody's cousin, you knew somebody's cousin, or you better be careful who you're kissing on because they might just be your cousin. Tongue in cheek, but very true.
Yeah.
It was small, and we knew each other, and we looked out for each other. And that's what I miss most. You know, back in the 1980s, circa 1980, is when the city council came up with that idea to create Tampa, the billboards that said Tampa, America's next great city.
Yeah, I remember that.
Before that time, the only flags that you saw flying out of the cars on Sunday afternoons were Tampa Bay Buccaneer flags.
Yeah.
Now you've got Pittsburgh Steelers flags, you've got New
Yeah.
England Patriot flags, you've got New York Jet flags. Sorry, I'm not so sure all of that growth is a good thing. We taxed our water, we taxed our land usage,
Yeah.
we lost all of our green spaces. So I digress, but I'm just saying I miss the small field that was Tampa and that made us so special with our history.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so,
Oh,
so
that's
call
a-
in tonight
yeah.
and tell us what it is that you miss most about that special Tampa.
Yeah, one comment on the Great New City campaign.
Yes, sir.
In reality, the Great New City was already there.
Yeah.
You know?
Stevie!
I know.
Hey, I don't ever ring the bell for that guy.
That was a good one.
Tonight,
That was a
Stevie,
two-ringer.
Tonight, Stevie got him a good ring. Don't get carried away. Don't get carried away. But he's right, though. I think what those of us on this panel can say unequivocally is that back in those days, Tampa was special for that very reason. And we didn't need to make it any more special than it already was.
Yeah.
It was special enough just the way it was. Okay, that said, we're off our soapbox. It's
We have
15
two
minutes past the
callers
hour. We're going to
already.
get right to our phone calls. Remember,
gotta meet
we're
our
going to
record.
keep it brief tonight, not like me, because I'm a little bit long-winded.
We
Keep-
know.
Keep it brief and tell us your Bolita number. Tell us what you miss about Tampa. And let's see if you can come up with something that we haven't mentioned here
Yeah,
already.
different.
Let's go to caller on line 4. Stevie, ready?
Ready? Let's go. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, this is Hugh from South Tampa.
Well, hi,
Hey
Hugh.
Hi,
there.
Hugh Perrette from
How
South
are
Tampa.
you?
We haven't heard from Hugh Perrette in a little while.
Yeah, I've been on a cruise doing a few other things.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
excuse me, Mr. Cruise
Nice.
Guy.
How nice.
I miss Lastra's Pharmacy, Marabella's,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Parlor as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lastra's Pharmacy, Mirabella's, and what was the last one?
I'm trying to remember now. What did I just say?
It sounded like Foreigners, but I don't think it was Foreigners because that was a girl's shoe store. And
It wasn't just girls.
oh, it was a guy's shoe store too?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I did have a question for Mark, if I could ask a quick.
Sure, you can.
Mark was, among other things, I think he was the greatest boxing announcer ever, but he was great at the build-up of matches, whether it be boxing or wrestling. And my question for him is, just going into a match, whether it be boxing or wrestling, what was the greatest anticipation, tension, build-up of any match he ever called? The crowd, the competitors, the situation. What was the greatest anticipation of an event that he announced?
Wow, that's a tough one because I've had so
Before
many.
you answer, Mark, Hugh, give us your Bolita number. We're going to let you go because we want to fill these lines tonight.
Number 23.
23.
Okay.
Thank you, Papa. Thanks for
Hugh.
calling.
Nice
Happy
to hear
holidays.
from you.
Happy holidays. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye
Let's
now.
go.
Well, it's tough because it all depends. I mean, Highlight had great build-ups, boxing, wrestling, battle bots.
Yep.
I mean, there were so many things. But I would have to say I did a fight in Las Vegas between two Latin fighters, Danny Romero and Johnny Tapia. And what made that build-up special for me anyway was that just 2 or 3 weeks less than that, they had a big riot when Mike Tyson bit
Oh, Evander Holyfield's here?
Holyfield's ear.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were really talking about canceling having boxing in Las Vegas. And that fight saved professional boxing. And I was a ring announcer, so the build up to that,
Yeah.
it was a great fight and it saved boxing in Las Vegas.
It's a good one.
All right, let's go to caller on line 5. And remember, tonight's topic is I Remember Tampa the way she used to be. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, and what you remember most about Tampa the way she used to be.
My name is Mike Balua, and
Hey, Mike.
what's happening, my brothers and sisters?
My
Good to hear from
Balua. Now this, my brothers
a bell
and
ring.
sisters, is a 2-bell ring. And that doesn't happen too often on the Tampa
No.
Native Show. We miss you, brother. We miss you.
Mark has already mentioned the Boys Club, which I had on my mind. Sally has mentioned the pizza parlor and the wonderful salad that they used to serve.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It was piled high and deep, and it had that salad dressing on it.
And I'm going to go with some of the three I thought about while you've been talking, and
Okay.
one of them is Al Lopez Field.
All right.
Big
Yes,
one.
we
Big
talked
one.
about that last night, waiting for the
Yeah.
foul balls to come over the back.
One of them is Tampa Bay Center. Which
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
And then finally, Braddock Street at this time of year.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go, Mikey. You hit him, man. You hit him hard.
Yep.
And before, I don't want to forget. I want to thank Mark for always coming back to West Tampa Little League to be a dignitary there, to speak there. He's announced All-Star games there. He's announced All-Star games where we didn't have the PA system working right. I appreciate his efforts, and I'm sure that West Tampa Little League appreciates all the years that he's given to them.
Yeah.
Well, the truth is that I owe West Tampa Little League everything that I have. If it wasn't for my work announcing, that somehow got out, and I got a lot of jobs because of that. So I owe West Tampa Little League and the Boys Club everything that I have in life.
Interesting.
I remember. That's one thing I do remember is Mark. You know, he was older than me and a little bit older. We didn't know each other personally, but I can remember, you know, the impact he left on me. Oh man, I can remember the wrestling match he had with a guy named Lewis, and I don't know Lewis's last name. One of them was a masked guy. Mark, I think Mark was a masked man. I don't know what.
Louis
He used to
Perez.
wrestle at the Boys Club, brother. Oh, what a show they put on, man.
Louis Perez.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Too bad we don't have video of that.
Sadly, he just died about less than 2 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
no.
good friend.
Young man, too, at
Yeah,
your age.
good friend, good guy.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys.
Mikey B, thank you so much for
We need
calling.
your
brother. We
number.
need your bulletin number.
It's good to be back up. Number 3, if it's available.
Yes?
Number 3 is always available unless the obedience
Yeah, the
call
other
in
guy
before.
calls.
Babe Ruth.
The
beat him
obedience
this
call in
time.
first.
Sorry, Joe.
We've missed you, Mike, and
Yes,
we're so
we
happy
have.
that you're back. Cindy, everybody okay?
I miss you guys. Cindy's doing great after
Great.
the operation. She's doing wonderful. I miss you guys.
Me too,
You know,
Mike.
the calling of life is that I've been with Julian at Wellswood. He's been playing ball. He's a hell of a ball player. And it's been fun watching him. Unfortunately, I've missed you guys in the meantime.
We'll make it a point to come by and have a little coquito during the holidays before it's all over.
Absolutely, brother. I'm waiting for you, okay?
All right, thank you.
Take care,
Bye,
Mike.
guys.
We love you, Mike. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Before we get that call, I have an email from Edie. Edie
Oh,
Courtney
please,
Strickland.
Edie Courtney
Okay.
Strickland.
And
Hi,
she-
Edie.
Hi, Edie. And she lists the things that she remembers.
Sure.
And she listed the Sportatorium,
Yes.
Gasparilla on Mondays, and by the way,
Oh, we used to have a day off from
Absolutely,
school.
Edie.
That's a
Yes,
good one,
I'm
Edie.
with you on that one.
salad at Pizza Parlor, Highlight, and Del Mabry Lanes. I forgot about Del
Yeah.
Mabry.
Del
Yeah,
Mabry
Mabry
Lanes,
Lanes, yeah.
absolutely.
And,
Very
uh,
Have a bowling lanes
Did
too.
you give a
ABC.
Bolito number?
No. In fact,
Oh.
go ahead and send me another
Yeah.
another email with a bleeding
Edie,
number.
send in, yep,
Yeah.
send in your number.
Yeah.
Edie was a classmate, and
Is that right?
we're old friends. Oh yeah, we went to
we
school
darn.
together.
Cool.
That's
That's-
Tampa for you.
Pretty
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
You know-
Edie is very active in keeping
is.
the West Tampa
The girls, she's got that West
junior
Tampa- yes.
junior high reunions and everything together.
That's
She's had-
amazing.
She's
She has-
instrumental.
Like conventions or
Yeah,
um,
dances
events
and
is at
everything,
the West
yeah.
Tampa
The
Convention
60s,
Center, I think.
60s.
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
what's you doing?
Yeah.
You know, Mike mentioned Braddock Street.
Why are you
stay,
whispering?
stay tuned.
We're on TV.
Oh, I
Don't
know.
whisper.
Oh, we are.
I mean,
Well,
speak
next
up.
week, stay tuned. Christmas show. We have pictures of Christmas on Braddock
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to
Yeah.
be great. That's next
That's
week.
only, that
Also,
was
the
only 2
Bayshore
blocks from where I
Boulevard
grew up.
Park.
Oh, no.
Remember
you-
those?
And,
Oh,
and,
yeah, that was another one.
And wasn't it the Tampa's finest, Tampa Police Department, that dressed up like Santa Claus and gave us the
Yeah.
candy
Yeah.
canes and the
There was
lollipops?
also a man from American Can Company, Rango, and he used to live in one of those houses. And he was instrumental in getting the community
All
together.
What a great
organized.
tradition.
Yeah.
If anybody out there knows that family or knows that man, give us a call tonight and
Orengo.
share with us your memories of Braddock Street. I mean, that was great too.
We're gonna-
Wow, look at the
Look
lights.
at that.
Thanks, guys.
Make sure you
You're
make sure you're keeping the
good.
numbers.
I lived on Dewey, by the way.
Oh, you
So
did?
it was
In
the
only
heart of
2
West
blocks
Tampa.
away.
In
You
the
can
heart
walk
of
to
West
Yep.
Tampa.
Walk to Braddock Street.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, and what you remember most about Tampa.
Hey, gang, it's Debbie and Rose. How you doing?
Hey, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. How are
guys,
you?
Rose?
girls.
Great. Good to see you tonight.
Good to be seen.
We're going to be quick because we want you to make your goal
Thank you.
over 18 callers, but I'm going to do my little bit, and then Rose is going to do hers.
Okay.
You already addressed the highlight that, of course, we all missed,
Yes.
and the traffic, but I have to tell you a little story about the traffic.
Okay.
You know, back in the day, I could make it from Santiago down in South Tampa
Right.
all the way up to HCC on Dale Mabry in about 5.5 minutes in
Yes.
my 74 Camaro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't do that now.
No.
But anyway,
In stereo.
we used to have a little routine. You know, we went to Twin Bays, the movie theaters, for the $1.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
Behind
we go
Brick
over to
Plaza.
Squire's Pub, which is right there in the corner of that old lot. Do you remember Squire's Pub?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
See? So we
Yeah.
went to Twin Bays for $1.
Right. Dollar Show. Twin Bays.
Saw our movie,
right.
went to Squire's Pub, had a couple of pictures of beer, and then hit the Crystals on Dale Mabry on
Oh,
the way home.
crystals. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shakey's was there too. You could have gone to Shakey's and got some cold beers with the frosty mugs. Absolutely.
Right. Well,
Crystals.
Nice.
What were the burgers then? 15 cents?
I don't remember.
Maybe?
I think
10
they
or
were.
15, something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
10 or 15.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They were
Amazing.
small.
Good memories.
Give us your Bolita number
Oh, it's
as,
17.
as if we need to ask.
17.
And how about Rose? Does she have some fond memories as well?
Well, hold on.
Here comes Rose.
Okay, hold on. It's super one, y'all. It's Rose. How you doing?
Hi, Rose.
All right. All right. I have 4 things.
All right, hit it.
I'm going to start with sports first. I used to play softball a lot, and before the Greco Field out by USF was built,
You
we
played
played
out
all
there.
of our games at Capaz Field off of Havana.
Yes.
6 blocks from Lou Pinello's parents' house.
Yes.
And they used to sit outside in their lawn chairs and watch the girls as it was a 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock game.
How nice.
I miss that.
Yes.
Also miss when the Bucks tickets were about $20.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good luck on that
absolutely.
now.
Absolutely.
And then you could move down later, you know, about
Yeah.
halftime.
Tampa Stadium. We missed Tampa Stadium before
That's
they
right.
closed it
Yes.
in and made it the Sombrero.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also there, the beers, they used to put them in the little milk cartons, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anyway. But then I want to get to the Christmas thing.
All right, here we go.
I miss going off Braddock Street. That was, I mean, I went every
Yeah.
year.
Braddock Street.
I mean, with that older couple that, just put on a wonderful, wonderful
The
show
train
there.
display, the lights.
The Lehmans, I think.
Yep. Yep. We have pictures of that next week, so
Yep.
be sure and tune in, which we know you will.
And then, oh crap, I got that. Oh, yes. The other one was when I was little, going down into Ybor City with my dad, and when he got off work at the railroad, and go by the Silver Ring, and the guy in the window making the Cuban sandwiches.
There you go. Wow. Give us your Bolita number, Rose. We know what it is.
Oh, let's see, what was this? Mine's 27.
27. I'll tell you your Bolita number just in case you forgot.
That's
'cause
right.
We know.
I sure do. Thank you for keeping up with me.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sweetie. We'll
Rose.
see you next week.
Take
You
care.
guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Same
Christmas.
to you.
We'll see you next week.
The guy in the window
Bye-bye.
at Silver Ring, his name was Roland.
Roland.
He's passed away a couple of years ago.
We're losing all of
Yep.
our
I know.
anchors, man. Our anchors.
We've got a couple more Belita numbers
Please,
here.
let's go ahead and throw them in there as
Yeah,
well. Now
Edie?
make sure it was, Stevie, hang on. Make sure you denote, baby, where you put the Bolita numbers and the callers, the difference between the two, so we can track our callers. So make a little star by the emails, if you follow me, so we can keep track at the end of the night how many
Right,
callers we
right.
had.
Gotcha.
Of course, Dory's keeping track too, so
Yeah, she is.
we'll double check.
Yeah, Edie's number is 14.
Okay.
Rick Parnell, his number is 21.
Ricky T.
And he writes, I miss the Tampa Tarpons, Granaway,
Yes.
Huttos,
Yes.
CTRD,
Yes.
Horizon Park Theaters, Royal Castle, and Sandy's.
Man, Rick always gets to the heart of the matter, doesn't he?
And Jim Carney, 44.
Jim Carney, 44.
Hank Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
And what he misses most is the fishing. While it was still good, it was better.
Yes.
Small marinas scattered from Beach Park to Gibsonton, Giants Camp, concerts at Curtis Hickson, and everything Mario mentioned, it was a small town.
It was.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And you know what?
Great. Thanks, Jim.
Those two guys right there, those two guys along with Mike Ballou have certainly. Ricky T, though. Ricky T has a knack. Rick Parnell
Yeah.
has a knack. Class of 74, Hillsborough. Has a knack for always finding the pulse, man.
Doesn't he?
He knows.
He does.
And he's got an insight that is right on the money. And Ricky, we just saw him this past Saturday.
That's
Yeah,
right. At
nice
Mimi's.
We just saw him. Thank you for coming out there
Yes.
to Mimi's and joining us
That's
for
your
breakfast.
lovely wife.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys will remember this, but on Kennedy Boulevard, back when it was Central,
Grand Central, right?
A&W Root Beer.
Oh,
used to
yeah,
be
of
right
course. I
there.
used to go there all the
That-
time.
That was
I
fantastic.
still have little teeny mugs from there.
Yeah, well, they had those
Awesome.
big
They
frosty.
had the
Yes,
big frosty mugs, and for
yes.
years
Yeah.
we had in the middle of our dinner dining room table, one of those little round lazy Susans.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, servietas, napkins,
Yeah.
salt and pepper shaker. The other thing that was there was one of those little mugs
Yeah, like I.
filled
we
with,
have them at home.
filled with
I don't know, I don't
Toothpicks.
remember the little
Toothpicks.
mugs.
Yeah,
Oh,
toothpicks.
yeah.
toothpicks.
Yeah.
toothpicks. They were little mugs, just like
Yeah.
the big ones, like a little barril, little
Uh-huh.
barrel. And it was the cutest thing, perfect for
It was
toothpicks.
great.
You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
Great memory.
Who else had that memory? I did.
Well,
I
I
did.
miss when
There's a
TV.
bank there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss when TV was free.
Yeah. Yeah.
TV was
Bingo.
free, and guess who was the
Bingo.
antenna
Yes.
aluminum foil holder?
That's
And
right.
the channel
and the channel
changer.
changer. That would be all of us. That would be all of us. Look at that picture there, boy, 1950s, huh?
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Neon downtown Tampa.
50s,
That was
56.
before us, before me certainly, before most of us here, because we might have been born in the 50s, but
Yeah.
going down there at that time, I wish I could be. You know who?
I wish we had a time machine.
Yeah,
I know.
Somebody like a Jack Espinosa or like my junior high PE coach at Coleman, Ray Perez. These guys who are now in their late 60s, 70s. Jack's older than that, certainly. But, you know, they grew up here when Tampa was really, really small.
Well, I was born in 51, but I remember downtown Tampa like that because we used to go to the Tampa Theater.
Yes.
Of course.
And on Wednesdays, you had the RC Cola
Yes.
Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
bottle
And
caps,
they'd get the
bottle
bottle
cap in.
caps and you'd get in free.
Yep.
I've heard that.
Amazing.
That was great.
Yeah.
See, and I know we know. That
We
this-
had it made.
Well,
we really did.
Let's just say for the record, we know, and keep that picture in the background for a minute, because it's just exciting
incredible.
to see that there, even though my hair looks ridiculous. But the point is this, and maybe somebody on the panel here, we got to get to our callers, so
Yes,
we got to get
I
our
know,
record.
I know.
Maybe we could talk about this in just a second.
Okay.
But this was not something that was unique to Tampa. We know that as the United States of America was going through the magic of after World War II, the late 40s, 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
all of that growth and expansion and suburbia, we also know that there were also other small towns in and around that had this kind of experience,
Sure.
man, that people our age could sit
Yeah.
there, if they could have a Tampa native show, say a Cleveland native show, which would
Yeah.
never happen because we're so special.
Chicago.
Let's just say that they had that same experience, but we claim that Tampa's unique experience was distinct. Is it because it was Tampa, or is it because it was that time? Let's think about that.
I think it's both.
I think it is a combination of both.
You think it was a combination?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, but which is it more? It's got to be 51%.
Well,
It can't be
because-
50-50.
Because it was simpler.
Because I'm going to make the rules of this game, and it's got to
As
be
usual.
Go ahead.
But the culture too.
That's
Yeah.
what I was going to
There you
say.
go. Well,
Yeah.
that
That's
speaks
the
to
distinct
But
part.
that speaks to who we
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
The Sicilians, the Spaniards, the Asturianos,
Yeah.
the Cubans, the Jewish community, the German community, the
Yes.
African American community, and the Florida cracker that was here as well. So I mean, all of that amalgam.
Yes, it did.
Okay. Okay. So
And it was a
if
good
it's got to be
bunch.
51%, then it's 51% the cultural experience,
Yeah.
and 49% the time of the Renaissance in the U.S. post World War II.
And all of that culture.
Can I ring the bell on
brings
myself?
into, yes.
Okay.
And it brings the food and everything
Sure.
else.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the
With it.
music and,
Right.
and
Yeah.
el ambiente.
Yeah.
All the okay.
So we have to go 70-30 then. I
Okay,
think.
we're going to go to line
better pick
5
up
now
the
because
phone
I know,
here.
I know. Make sure you're making a note, darling.
I'm
Sweetie, do
making a
what you
note,
do.
darling.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
It's Tom from New York.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom from New York, how are you?
I am good. How you doing?
We're doing great, thank you.
Yes, I only spent 5 days there, but I guess I'll have to miss it all.
Yeah, you
Yes.
and
Sorry.
you miss it now, don't you? and she misses you too.
That's highlight.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Look at that
look at
photo.
that.
If we could only see who those players were, if we can get a close up, we'd know. You could probably tell by the way they're standing there with their basket. Tom,
That's a,
when are you coming, man? Let's just get this out in the open right now.
I haven't nailed down that date yet.
Okay, but when you do, you be the first to call us and let us know. The welcoming committee will be waiting for you at Tampa International.
we'll take you on a tour.
We'll take with little signs, a snow cone, you know, those kind
And
of
don't put it
balloons.
past us, Tom.
Welcome to Tampa, Tom.
Yes. And
Well,
I'll videotape the whole experience.
I didn't miss the traffic on Dale Mabry.
Okay. Okay.
You're right. You got that
Or my
right.
car repair bill when I got back.
Very good. Very good. Give us your Bolita drawing number.
42.
42 it is.
42.
Tommy, thank you for calling.
Thanks, Tom.
We're going to try to get all these calls in tonight and break that record.
All righty.
Thank you, brother.
Right.
Bye bye. And we've got a lot of callers
We do.
to go
We
yet.
do.
So
Go
come
ahead.
on.
Go ahead.
We're about wow.
Halfway through.
Half
Yeah.
a league.
We're halfway
Whatever
through the
that
show,
is.
and we've only got about 7 callers recorded.
Friday fumbles on Thursday, folks.
There you go.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is PJ Testa. How are you doing,
Hi,
Mario?
Mr.
Hey,
Testa. We're doing
PJ.
great. So
PJ.
glad that you called us.
Yeah. How are the guys doing?
Everybody's doing great.
Excellent.
You know what I missed about this town?
Tell us.
I miss the old Super Test
Amusement park.
carnival that used to be on Columbus Drive.
Yes.
Yep.
Testa Amusement Park.
Yeah, the arcade in Sulphur Springs.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Wow.
Good one.
Yeah.
Into a movie theater for 99 cents.
Yeah.
Yes.
A highlight Ponton.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Side checks. You want me? I can just go on and on and
Yeah,
on.
that was my neighborhood.
That was the good old days when things were a lot slower
Yes.
and people really enjoyed their lives down here.
And people had respect for everything too.
Yeah,
that was another
that was
thing.
an indicative time in our nation's history. I mean, we were still, descendants from those parents that if you didn't behave yourself, they'd wrap you in the back
Yep.
of the hand with a knuckle. The school teachers
That's
would
right.
paddle you and all those good things.
Yep.
The discipline was there. But
It was.
I think it was that small town feel, PJ. I mean, I remember leaving from my grandmother's house on Cass Street and Dale Mabry, right in that area, and driving all the way to the High Life Fronton because I was working there at that time.
Wow.
And I made it in 7 minutes one afternoon because I was super late and I couldn't be late again because Arregui was going to punish me and Beitia was going to throw me in the box. Anyway, try doing that today. You can't get from Cass to through
no way.
Kennedy Boulevard in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
No, forget about it. The traffic is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I missed the fact that we kind of all looked after each other. It was kind of like, you know, even if as a 16,
Neighbors
17-year-old
looked after
kid,
neighbors.
you went with your 16, 17-year-old pal to the
Right.
amusement park. There was a little amusement park, go-karts actually, on Hillsborough Avenue, right there by what is now Air Cargo Drive.
I know where that is.
There were go-karts there, man.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
could be there. They were open to
Yeah,
like
near the
1 o'clock.
bowling alley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were open to a little bit
Yeah.
east of the bowling alley, Hillsborough, Crown Lanes. But
Yeah.
you could go there safely, and it
Yeah.
closed at 1 o'clock in the morning, and for like $2, you know, you could ride all night. I miss those days.
You're absolutely right. But it's all changed, though. Everything is just so
Everything.
complicated
Yeah,
today.
it
It is. It is.
Yeah.
So we do
Simpler
our
time.
little show each week. So hopefully our fans get a chance to get a little respite each week.
Yeah.
Come back,
And
drink,
remember-
drink from the waters that make.
I love this show.
Well, and we know that.
And the show loves
and
you
we
too,
love you too,
PJ.
PJ. So give us your bolita number.
I don't, though. I don't.
That's Mark Biro, our
Just,
hero. He
you
says he
know.
wants nothing to do with you, PJ. So
Number 14, my man.
14.
number 14. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
calling.
sir.
That's Rufino's number.
That's
We
right.
appreciate it. See you next week. Thank you.
Bet.
Bye bye.
Another number here.
We've got
Okay.
we've got lines open, so please help us make our. If you're out there watching, call us and help us make our goal tonight, baby. How many calls do we have so far?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 calls.
6 calls. Is that what you have, Dory? Are you confirming 6? 6 calls. So
See, I
we're
can
we're
add.
a third of the way to our current record. We need to hurry up. So give us a call.
He's
right.
gotta
We have
something
email.
out.
I do. It's
Oh, Steve, what do you got?
Leo Alvarez.
Leo.
Hey,
Yeah.
Leo, why aren't you calling? You people should
Well,
be calling
actually,
us.
he made a note about that. He said, try calling in tonight, but the phone 977-6800, it was not working.
It's open right now.
But it's
Call
open
her.
now.
813-977-6800. 2 open lines. Dory's waiting for
15
your
is
call.
15 is his number.
15 for Leo.
He wanted to mention Snack City of West Tampa and my Uncle's Alvarez restaurant in Ybor City.
Yes.
Oh, that was
Okay.
great. That was
Yes.
fantastic.
I don't remember that actually.
That's on 15.
How about the place Andy's Helados on Armenia?
Oh, Andy Helados was there, right there.
Oh, wow.
Almost.
Around the corner from Snack City?
Yeah, from Fiesta Plaza.
That's
a little
right.
bit.
That's right. We
Yeah.
used to go. That was a Sunday treat. My parents would put us in the car on Sunday afternoon and maybe after dinner in the summertime when it was
Well, I
lighter
go
rated.
even further than that. Los Helados in Ybor City was fantastic.
That's the other one. That's
But
the
my
other
mother
one.
happens to have from family was involved in that.
Oh,
But
Los
I remember-
Helados. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
I used to go to the Ritz Theater, which
Sure.
I also miss.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta leave the Ritz Theater, get helados, anything you wanted, and then walk to my grandmother's around.
Safe
Wow,
and
Escape
that's
Park.
the life
Safe
right
and
there.
sound. Safe and
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
You know, we could literally sit for hours and come up with places that we missed.
Hey,
you know.
we got the callers. They're answering
Yeah.
our call for callers.
I know.
Great,
Take 'em
great,
as they
great.
go.
Here, Dory's qualifying the callers now. Thank you so much, callers. Look at that photograph there. If that doesn't take you back to the best time
Yeah.
in Tampa, that's probably circa 1970, 71. You got Al Lopez Field in the background. In the foreground was Tampa Stadium. Before, if I'm not mistaken, it became the Sombrero. I don't believe the end zones are filled in there. I don't believe so. And I mean, look at that packed house.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, back when.
Look at all the
Even
cars.
before we had the Buccaneers, all we had was 3 or 4 preseason games. The Lions came down here a lot. The Jets came down here quite often. And we went to see them like it was just great things. And
The Colts did too.
the Colts
Yeah.
did as well. You know, Joe Namath blew out his knee here when he got tackled real hard on the sidelines. I believe by it wasn't the Lions.
Bubba Smith too.
And Bubba Smith tore his knee up, and we won't say who was holding the chain, although we know who was holding the chain because I know him personally. Great guy. I won't throw him under the bus currently.
Okay.
But anyway, it was just a wonderful, wonderful time. Nice transition. Eric.
Simpler time.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You
And-
can ride your bike anywhere, go anywhere around town.
And inexpensive time.
And we're going to get to our record tonight, guys. We're going to get to our record tonight. Caller, you are on the air. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, your Bolita number, and what you miss about Tampa.
This is Jim Carney,
Hey, Jim.
Jim.
Tampa. You've got my Bolita number.
Yes,
Yes,
sir?
I
Mhm.
do.
And there was one thing that I forgot to mention in my email that I wanted to mention. There's a restaurant downtown that I dearly love, Vesuvio's Restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, Vesuvios. Now,
Yeah.
you know the
Picture
story
of
about
that.
Vesuvios here on the show, Jim?
Tell me.
All right, I'm going to make it real quick because we want to get to these calls
It's a great
tonight.
story,
We've got
though.
your Bolita number. Listen up real quick. We had one night on our show, Johnny Sinchette. We're showing a vintage video, circa 1950s, late 50s, color, nighttime, showing the neon. we show this one image of a volcano that's erupting, okay? And we get through the video, and it's about 7 minutes long. And after the video's over, we get a phone call from a gentleman named Roger.
Roger.
Sounding
Cavallo.
sounding like he's an old man, like he might be in his 80s at that time. And hello, my name is Roger. Hello, Mr. Roger, how are you? I'm good. Hey, Roger, do you mind if I ask you how you found our show? He says, yes, I was channel surfing, and I saw my restaurant. And we all looked at each other and got goosebumps.
That was
Excuse
strange.
me? He was the owner of the Vesuvio restaurant. He said he had never seen that image of his restaurant. But what were the odds that at the exact moment
never seen our
this
show
man
either.
was channel surfing,
Yeah.
that image was on the screen. That's our
Oh,
Vesuvio.
I
restaurant.
remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that mural from the wall in the restaurant.
Yeah.
That was our Vesuvio story. So anyway, amazing stuff. Jim, thanks.
Roger Cavallo, he used to
Roger
get about
Cavallo.
4 hours of sleep a night because he would night fish Gandy Bridge and catch snook and redfish and trout, and he was a master fisherman. And I remember as a youngster being amazed that he would go on 4 hours of sleep because he was always out fishing at night on that catwalk.
On the Gandy Bridge.
That's fresh
Okay,
food.
now I know you all are trying to set a record, so salute to Mr. Biro, and
Thank you.
you guys have a great show.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jim.
You know,
Yeah,
we
go
have a
ahead.
1 minute snippet of that call. Maybe we have time next week. We can show that little.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Let's do that.
I think we should.
Stay tuned, Jim.
Let's go. Line
Next
5.
caller.
Ready, Bubba?
Yep, ready. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Glenn from Lutz.
Glenn,
Glenn
that's
from
a
Luce.
new
Now,
name.
wait a minute. That's a new name. And every time we get a new name, we always ask the same question.
Are
Glenn,
you a first caller?
are you a first-time caller?
That's right, I am.
There you go.
There you
Always
go.
first-time caller. And how did you find out about our show?
Well, I saw on the TVO.com a few weeks ago when Dr. Paul Bearer was going to be on.
There
okay.
you go.
Okay.
There you go. Excellent. Well, are you a Tampa native? Is it safe to say you are?
Yes, I was actually born in the Gonzales Clinic in Ybor City.
Oh, now you're taking us back. Okay, well, play along with us tonight, Glenn, and tell us what you miss most about those good old days.
Well, two things that I thought of. One was the at Lowry Park Zoo, I missed the Rainbow Bridge.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
There you go.
I missed the Fairyland over there, too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There it is.
Although I think the zoo itself is wonderful now. You know, they've really done a lot of nice things with it. But
Yeah.
I see the picture there. Yeah, those are two things. And I also missed the Matterhorn restaurant that they had, and the owner got actually murdered,
Yes.
a while back.
Yes,
I remember that
yeah.
story.
Yep.
So those are two things I thought of. And that was what I wanted to say. My Bolito number would be 44 if you still have it.
44.
No,
No, it's
taken.
taken.
It was taken. Give us another one real quick, Glenn.
Do you have 16?
16's available.
is available.
Thank you very much.
16 was our winner last week, by the way, just so
Well,
that you know. 16 was our winner last week.
Let's have Glenn email show@tampanatives.com so we can have your information in case you win.
Yep.
Right.
Please
Okay.
do.
Show
Please
at
do.
tampanatives.com.
Show@tampanatives.com and visit our website. Man, we're so glad you
Thanks
found
for
us.
calling.
We know, listen, one thing we know, Glenn, we found out last night at the little event that we went to with the West Tampa Chamber, is there are a lot of folks out there that are watching our show. We're grateful for that. And we just don't even know who they are. Because we met two people last night that we thought we were meeting for the first time. And Steve and I stuck out our hand and said, hi, I'm Steve Cannella, I'm Mario Nunez. And they said, we know who you are. We watch you on TV. So thank you so much for sitting in and looking at us, okay? We appreciate it.
You too. All right, have a great night.
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Bye-bye.
Glenn.
Happy holidays.
By the way, you mentioned Bobby Garcia.
Yes.
He was inducted into the Jefferson Hall of Fame this year.
Yes.
And I was supposed to MC that banquet, and I had a bleed in my
Oh,
eye
those
that prevented me
eyes.
from doing it. But since then, all the surgery is corrected.
Well, and we're going to have you doing
Yeah.
more emceeing events, okay?
Yeah, don't worry, I'm getting the calls.
There you go, brother. There
Awesome.
you go.
Awesome.
We got a caller on
It's
line
Leo
4.
Alvarez, I think.
No, it's not. Why are you saying that? Why are you-
Dory's saying it is.
Yes, of course it is. We know that, but this is live TV. You're not supposed to be surprised. We're supposed to be surprised when they call. We know it's
Hey,
Leo.
are you married out there?
Here we go. Caller, don't tell us your name because it's Leo Alvarez, apparently.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi, Leo. How are you? See, when they talk to us in our ear, a lot of times we have to remember that nobody else can hear it but us.
Yeah.
But sometimes we just blurt it out. So anyway, Leo. Anyway, thanks for calling and adding to the callers tonight because we need to break that record.
That's right.
Tell us what you remember most and what you miss most about Tampa.
Well, I tell you, I miss the small town atmosphere, like you said, the connection, the strong bonds and ties. And I tell you, as far as places I'd mentioned when I emailed earlier, I mentioned Snack City in West Tampa, Uncle's Restaurant, Alvarez Restaurant.
Yes.
How about the drive-in theater over where Kmart, over by the Kmart Plaza now, Dale Mabry in Columbus.
20th century.
20th century.
20th
Yeah.
century,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I remember the name 20th Century. That was another fun place we used to get together all the time.
Sure.
Yes.
Cheap.
No Pizza Parlor on Dale Mabry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
You know, if there are some enterprising folks out there with deep enough pockets,
Yeah.
you know, if they were to hire the Tampa Native Show host to perhaps run said establishment, Leo, I'm talking to you, brother, because I know you work at the bank, and the bank's got plenty of money.
Are you talking about
so,
pizza parlor?
So I'm saying, you know, if you wanted to open up a pizza parlor and call it the pizza
pizza
parlor,
parlor.
how many people you think would show up just because it's the pizza parlor? Let me tell you now, if you drive right now today out to 301 and Causeway, and you watch the line that's standing out from
Yes,
here to the end of the
yeah.
street because the Sea Breeze has opened up, and it's
Yeah.
nothing more than a trailer. But they're serving that great Sea Breeze food, and it's the great Sea Breeze tradition. I'm just throwing it out there for your consideration, man. Think about it.
good idea. You never know.
Yep, you never know. Hey, did we get your Bolita number? We got it, right? You sent
Yes,
it in earlier?
I have it.
Yep.
Sure.
Hey, thank you
Leo.
very much
Thanks, Leo.
for the invitation. We had a great time last night.
And the call.
Yes.
Yep, and the call.
And
A lot
the
of
call.
trying to set that record.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
Leo.
you so much.
We're at the 15-minute mark. and I think
15-minute
that's
mark.
right.
Well, quick
Special
count. Yep,
announcement.
quick count on the numbers.
I
Quick-
think we have 11 now.
11. We got to
Yeah.
get 7 calls in 15 minutes, man. We got to
We can do
go,
it.
go.
5, 6,
Come on, y'all, call. Where are my parents at tonight?
I don't know.
Huh? Where's mom and
Watching.
dad? Huh, they always call. Where's mom and dad?
Are we,
need
supposed
we
to
need
have
the
a
calls.
We need to have our picture up.
That's my father in the background.
Yep, it is. It is. Get us out of this picture. Let's show
Yeah.
Stevie's dad. Stevie,
And that's,
real quick,
and that's
talk
me.
to.
That's me in front of my dad.
Look at Stevie. Look at Stevie right there in front of his dad's knee.
That's another thing that that I miss about Tampa, the old days, is spending a whole Sunday at a park, either Rowlett Park or Laurie Park. This was actually taken at Rowlett Park,
Yeah.
and we would kind of switch off between the two parks. But we spend the whole day, our family, cousins, grandparents, maybe 20 of us, 30 of us, cooking, spaghetti or
Yeah.
or chicken,
Hamburgers.
whatever. Or actually, you just go to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Look at the
bring
beach.
that.
Look at the beach.
There's us at the beach, my sisters and I, my dad.
That's what you did on Sunday.
Yeah,
That's what we did.
Yeah.
That's what everybody did on Sunday.
yeah. You would spend the whole day.
I
and-
remember you could go
Stop
real
to
early in the
Florida.
morning, about very early at the causeway, and you'd go crabbing.
Yes.
You'd pick
Exactly.
up the crabs, and then
have the
you,
highway enchilada
and then you make
afternoon.
the highway enchilada right there at the park. At the causeway,
Well-
in one of those little huts.
Can we also, as a perfect segue, because on Sundays, the reason you had Sundays free was because
Everything was closed.
Everything was closed.
That's true. Good
on Sunday.
How
point.
about on Sundays when everything, there was no retail? In other words,
Yeah.
the malls
No
were
movies?
closed.
Oh, no,
everything-
there was
the movies were
movies,
open.
yeah.
But the
Banks,
retail
yeah.
stuff. So we go out and buy stuff.
Yeah.
So it forced you to kind of be with your family,
Yeah.
and it was great. That's what kept us together. And it kept our bank accounts probably from getting too depleted too, because you couldn't go shopping. You know what else I miss about Tampa?
What's that?
I'll tell you what else I miss about Tampa.
Tell me.
Ready? 813-622-1212. And
Oh,
it went
yes.
something like this.
I remember that.
It went something like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Savings is so much easier at the Barnett Bank. The time is 10:36. Remember that?
That was nice.
Remember that? 622-1212. If you didn't have a watch on, your mom said, "What time is it?" Let me call.
Yeah.
622-1212.
And set your watches like that.
You know, I was in charge of.
Yes.
I was in charge of getting the pictures tonight, and I have no idea how this picture got in there.
Yeah, no, I don't either. But we got to go to line 4 in just a second. Okay, we've got to hurry. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Philip Nunez, you wanted me to call. Here I am.
All right, Philip Nunez, I'm so glad you called. Give us, first of all, your Bolita number.
29.
29. And tell us one thing that you miss most about Tampa.
Well, there was a big orange. There was a Goody Pea. Those little restaurants,
The little restaurants?
drive-ins. Hello, Mark. How are you?
The small Marcus Good, the small town
I'm good.
feel, and oh, by the way, Chicken Delight, which delivered buckets of chicken to your house.
Oh, Chicken Delight.
I remember
Philip
that.
Nunez, thank you for calling. We've got some other things we've got to take care of here real quick, but stand by. Special announcement coming up.
Okay, Papa.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Exchange National Bank.
Who just corrected me?
Exchange National.
That was Dan
He's
Perez. Who
right.
else?
Danny Perez! I'm going to ring a bell just for
on it.
Dan Perez. And he didn't
Way to go,
call
Dan.
in. Danny, you should be calling in too. You know we're trying to set a record tonight.
Yes.
All right, little peeps, we've got an announcement, special announcement. We've got that
Yes.
photograph. We're going to call it up now. Darling, this is your moment.
Well, there's
Shall I set it up for you?
There's my little
Shall I
Tampa
s-
Native Show mascot.
May I set it up for you?
I think you're
what a
I'm
nice
doing
picture.
fine, sir.
No, I got to set this up because people don't understand. You see, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
the NBC, you see, ladies and gentlemen, NBC had its peacock.
Yes.
NBC had its peacock, and MGM has its lion. Well, the Tampa Native Show now has, officially, Go ahead, darling. Take it from there.
Their very own mascot, and he's adorable, and he lives with Mario and I. So he's the official Tampa Natives Show mascot, Little Peeps.
Little Peeps, Little Peeps. Now, if you want to just go
Holy
ahead,
cow.
let's see if we can't get a couple more phone calls. He's an adorable cat.
Yes,
he's the
he
most
is.
photographic,
Full of
he's the most
personality, lots
photogenic
of
cat you'll
character.
ever imagine. And he's been photographed since he was just a little bitty guy. He's very photogenic, and people love him.
They
So
do.
he's got his own Facebook page.
and
We want
people
everybody who's
comment.
out there watching right now to go to Little Peeps' Facebook page and like it.
And he's waiting for your comments.
Yep. And that's delicious.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you wait just 2 more seconds, we're almost ready. Guys, come on back.
We have a little behind the scenes.
Yeah, we got a little behind the scenes. All right.
Which you'll see in a
If
minute.
you'll use one of those real cool, like the balloons, I think would be an appropriate
That's funny.
Yeah.
dissolve right about now.
Oh, yeah?
Use that balloon dissolve and bring us in on the 4
Hey,
shot.
ladies.
Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, if you'll shift
That's
over,
great.
guys,
Which way?
this way.
There it is.
Yeah, shift over a little bit.
I am
Perfect.
surprised, really.
Perfect. All right. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason for all of this, and I'll get to that in just a second. Yeah, pick a good background shot that's going to show us up real good. I'll let you do that, Eric.
That's
Cups.
pretty good.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's got a nice blue behind.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Colorful.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio with us currently is the staff of TBCN, Tampa Bay Community Network. And I want to go ahead and introduce real quick Freddie and
Yay.
Lahua and Erica and Antonia, and of course, you know, hello, Dory.
Yes.
We've asked them to
Hey,
come
guys,
in the studio
girls.
tonight with us because
That's
I want
awesome.
everybody out there to know this is the staff that greets us every week when we come in, open arms,
Yeah.
smiling, happy to see us. They make it a wonderful experience for us to be in here in studio each week. And we want to let you know that if you have an idea for a television show that you'd like to get on the air just like we have here, you can do that.
Yeah.
Contact Freddie, contact Antonia here at Tampa Bay Community Network, and they'll get you set up with your classes so you can get qualified. Now, as an added bonus, the reason that they're in here tonight with us at the current moment is because on Saturday, this Saturday, just 2 days from now, the 15th,
Somebody's birthday.
is
It's
Tampa
somebody's
Steve's
birthday.
birthday. And since we won't be on the air then, we wanted to be here
Wow.
tonight to
I
share
tell you.
a special moment with him. He didn't
Were
know
you
any of this was
surprised?
coming,
No,
by the
I'm
way.
totally surprised.
I'm
I was wondering why the door was opening.
We've got
Middle of the show.
cupcakes here on the set.
I
and-
almost forgot with the
And
whole
ladies
piece thing.
and gentlemen, if
Yeah.
you will, Stevie, are you embarrassed?
No.
Good, good. Not yet.
Turn it a little red.
I'm just
What's gonna
glad because I finally got something to eat.
We haven't sung yet.
Ready?
On 3, 2, 1.
Ready? Go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Sing
Happy birthday, dear Steve. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, that's
And then
great. That's great. Good job. Good job. You had me fooled.
Ladies, thank you so much
I would
for
like to
sharing our
say
moment.
real quick that all these ladies behind me are working so hard to help us with anything we need
Well
here.
said.
We really, really appreciate all of you.
Thank
Yep.
you so much. Thank you.
So now you know that's the staff of the Tampa Bay Community Network.
And they
Thank
always
you,
wear the
guys.
hats, too.
Girls.
Thank you all.
Well played. Thank you,
Well done.
Antonio.
Good.
Bye-bye.
That went good.
Yep.
That
Well
was really
done.
nice.
Thank you,
That was
Dory.
really nice.
Do you have to draw the number now? or
Oh,
wait?
yes.
we do in just a couple of minutes. How many
Okay.
minutes do we have left, Eric? If you'll
You get
give
a
us a
cupcake.
quick
Do I get to pick
update?
a number?
Watch out for that mocha.
Yep, we've got about 5
let
minutes
Steve
left.
pick the number
Yeah,
tonight.
Steve, since it's your birthday week, we're gonna let you draw.
I can pick it. Oh, I was gonna pick my own number.
Oh, then
I
we
can't
can-
play
you
though.
go.
No, I can't play though.
Let's do that. Let's do that
I'll draw.
now. How many
Okay.
calls did we finally get, darling?
Let's
11?
see. 1,
12,
2, 3,
13.
4, 5, 6, 7,
13.
8, 9, 10.
11, 12, 13?
And by the way, we'll be
Yeah.
remiss if we don't play Mike's song.
Well, you know
See, how
what?
much time do we have?
We've got about 5 minutes
5 minutes?
to go.
We can do
We
it.
do it
Wanna
on the close. You roll out.
You wanna
do it-
that?
we do it on
the
the
rollout.
rollout?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good suggestion, Mark.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, tonight's winner will get Florida Blood Services. Elect Philip a pint. There he is.
It's a nice
And-
t-shirt.
And the reason we want to make sure that you all
Yes.
understand, it's very, very important. If you can, if you're healthy enough,
Donate.
get over there to Florida Blood Services. They're not only one of the sponsors of the Tampa Native Show,
Yeah.
but they do amazing work. They do amazing work, and you never know yourself when you may
cause.
need the life-saving pint.
And
2
they're
pints,
very
3 pints.
tender.
Yep. We go to the Carrollwood office,
Yeah.
by the way.
Do
we
I
go
get
to the
one for-
Carrollwood office.
Do I get one for my
Of
birthday?
course you get one
Okay.
for your birthday. All right, Stevie, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Dig deep, get in there.
How many are we drawing? Just
Just one.
Okay.
One.
Yep. One lucky winner.
Okay, here we go. 53.
53. so
53.
52,
Okay,
51.
I think it looks like it's going to be Jim Carney.
Jim
Jim
Carney,
Carney.
44?
44.
Jim Carney with
Congratulations,
44. There
Jim.
you go, Jim Carney. We'll get that shirt to you, brother. We know where you live. We'll stop by and put it in your mailbox, or we'll meet you up at Geeky and Rouse there at Castillo's for a cup of café con
We'll get
leche.
it to
Easy for
you.
me to say, and we'll get that to you. We've got a caller on line 4. Let's go ahead and take that caller. Stevie.
Caller, you're on the air.
Chilao, by the way.
Well,
at Castillo's.
tremendous. Geeky and Rouse can
Caller.
Yeah, I know Raul.
Hello, caller.
Hey, caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, hi, my name is Eric, and I'm calling from the booth.
You know, I thought I recognized that voice.
You sound very clear.
Yeah, nice
That's our
voice.
technical director, Eric Cuffs.
Hi, happy birthday, Steve, and
thank you.
I just want to let you know that I am a first-time caller.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mel?
there you go.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. And since Barry did the balloon drawing, I want to say that the thing I miss most about Tampa
Yeah.
is the free beer Busch Gardens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Absolutely.
That's a good one.
Absolutely.
I miss
Or
that too.
just the original Busch Gardens, even.
Yeah, when it was
Just
just
the bird garden.
Yeah, the birds.
the bird show.
That stuff.
Yep.
Good one.
Good call, Eric. That's
Hey,
excellent.
guys, you have about 2.5 minutes left.
That's our
Okay,
technical director, Eric
funny.
Cuffs. Thanks,
Great
Eric.
touch, Eric. Great
I thought
touch.
I recognized that voice somewhere.
Well, that's good. That's good. And we got Dory on camera too, guys.
Yes.
How about that?
Great.
Huh? Pretty good stuff.
Yay.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. So, Mark, as we go forward, we want to make sure that we get you sometime in the future in studio. Mike's still watching at home, Mike Baluha, because we really would like to have your voice somewhere associated either with the opening or the close.
Sure.
Somehow.
You know,
on
I'd be
the
glad to do it.
Yeah,
That'd be
because I
fantastic.
I'd be
think
glad
it's
to do it. You know that.
we-
I've told you that.
I think it's entirely appropriate.
Sure.
And as
we love it.
you start to get work, please keep us up to the minute on
Oh
what's
yeah,
happening.
don't
with
worry.
you.
We see each other and talk to each other.
Because
We'll
we
spread it out there on the airwaves.
on the
Yeah,
airwaves and in the
that's
internet.
fine.
Let us
That's
also
fine.
make mention real quick before we get out of here. We got about a minute to go. Tomorrow night, your Tampa Native show host will be at Skipper's tomorrow night because
That's gonna
Cuckoo
be
Kachu
fun.
is going to be performing, and we've been invited to go, so we're going to go and take participate
time,
in
sure.
Cuckoo Kachu, of course, with Rodney Justo and company. Going to be some great music from the '60s and '70s, even
Beatles
some of the
music?
'50s. Beatles music. So
Yeah.
if you're free and available, join
Come
us
on
there.
out.
We'd love
Nice
to see you.
weather.
We'd love to meet you in
Yeah,
person.
it's going to be cool. Yeah.
And Mark, thanks again for coming in
Thank you.
tonight.
Hey, my pleasure.
Thanks
Always,
again, Mark.
always help out.
You know,
Great.
You're one of the things that we miss most about the old Tampa because you remind us of everything that's
That's
good about our wonderful
well
city.
said.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Very true.
Appreciate
Well,
that.
happy birthday,
Appreciate
Tampa,
it.
Thank you
Steve.
so much.
Go ahead and run that
Steve.
music.
Let's do that.
And as we get ready to
Ready?
do our salute and happy days,
Back when we were younger,
everything seemed new.
and everything seemed new.
On behalf of Eric Cups and
Used
Hello
to have a
Dory,
lot
our
of fun.
VIP
Yes,
special
we
guest,
did.
Mark Biro,
And these cups.
No matter
the
what we
birthday
do,
boy, Tampa Steve, my 15-minute
Sleepy
girl,
days
and Mario
long,
Nunez. We love you,
summer
Tampa.
nights.
Salute and happy days.
Happy days. See you
Salute.
next week.
anywhere
Bye.
we please. Love that I could
Back
call
when
my
we were
own. Younger, and everything seemed new. We used to have a lot of fun, yes we did. No matter what we do. Sleepy days, long summer nights, going anywhere we please. With love that I could call my own, love that I've always known, the city that I call my home, a home from which I never roam. This love affair was meant to be. I love her and she loves me. I remember Tampa, oh, she remembers me. She remembers me. I remember, yeah, yes I do. Oh, oh, I remember, yeah, me and you. I'm a Tampa native, Tampa native, can't you see? I will share my story with you to preserve its history.
All right now, don't forget, Thursdays, 7 p.m. on TBCN, home of the Tampa Native Show.